Guna buddhirna chatpanaha sattve nanyatamohanyat sattvam sattvena chaivahi. So in this first verse, Lord Krishna summarizes the entire teaching of this chapter. And the essence of this chapter is that one should go through two stages of sadhana to attain liberation. The first stage of sadhana is leading a proper lifestyle and making oneself sattvic. And once a person has become sattvic, then one should go to the second stage, which is purely in the form of Jnana Yoga, the pursuit of Vedanta Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. And having summed up these two stages in the first shloka, now Krishna is going to elaborate the first stage in the following verses. Sattva dharmo bhaved vruddhat pumso madbhakti lakshanaha satvikopasaya sattvam tato dharmah pravartate. So the first stage is being elaborated from verse number 2 up to verse number 6. And the essence of this shloka is that one should resort to a sattvic way of life to convert the mind into sattvic mind. So by controlling the external life, our external activities, our external transactions properly, one can change the very mind, the character, the personality. So the principle is, you control the grosser ones so that you can control the subtler personality. And once the mind becomes sattvic, what is the indication? Krishna says, once the mind is sattvic, one will get intense desire for liberation. When the mind is rajasic, the desire is only for material gains, material accomplishments, name, fame, money, position, possession, etc. When Rajoguna is predominant. And when Tamoguna is predominant, one will not have interest either in material gain or in spiritual gain. இப்படியே தாட்டணும், நாளை தாட்டுறது தான். go round and round, get married, have a few children and a few grandchildren also, and pop off. This is the tamasic lifestyle. So when the mind is sattvic, the desires are higher. That is tivra mumukshutvam is the sign of sattvic mind. And instead of using the word tivra mumukshutvam, Krishna is using a different language. He says intense desire for the Lord. Mad bhaktihi, love of the Lord, yearning for the Lord. So in Vedantic language, Lord should be converted to moksha, because Lord and moksha are synonym. What we call Bhagavan in bhakti literature should be understood as moksha in Vedantic literature. And what is called bhakti, anga Bhagavan, inga moksham. There Bhagavad bhakti is in bhakti literature. In Vedanta we call it tivra mumukshutvam. Therefore Bhagavad bhakti of Bhagavatam and tivra mumukshutvam of Vedanta, both are one and the same. And therefore the indication of sattva predominance is Bhagavad bhakti, otherwise in Vedantic language tivra mumukshutvam. And tivra mumukshutva means sincere desire for moksha. Both are one and the same. And this tivra mumukshutvam, Krishna translates by two other words. One is mad bhaktihi and another word is dharmaha. Another word is dharmaha. Therefore, in the following shlokas, three words you should remember. Ishvara bhakti is equal to dharma is equal to tivra mumukshutvam. Nanna nyabam vechunga. We will be using repeatedly. Ishvara bhakti is equal to dharma is equal to tivra mumukshutvam. So Krishna says, by following sattvic way of life, the person will become sattvic. And by becoming sattvic, the person will develop Ishvara bhakti. These are the two stages said in this shloka. By following sattvic way of life, one will become sattvic. By becoming sattvic, one will develop Ishvara bhakti. Otherwise, nurperana dharma. Otherwise, tivra mumukshutvam. So when sattva becomes predominant, vriddhatananartham, predominant, increased, saturated. So because of the increased sattva, what will happen? Dharmaha bhavet pumsaha. So here alone you have to note dharmaha means tivra mumukshutvam pumsaha bhavet. He will have sincere desire for moksha or Bhagavan. Both are synonym. And that dharma itself Krishna redefines mad bhakti lakshanaha. So So Mad Bhakti Lakshanaha is the definition of what? Dharma. So one will develop dharma which is characterized by Ishvara Bhakti. Because of what? Sattva predominant. Now the question is, how can we make sattva predominant? For that the way is mentioned in the second line, Satviko pasaya sattvam bhavati. One should change the very lifestyle. Without changing the lifestyle, there cannot be change in the character. Because our external life, our external activities, our interactions, our words, everything influences our character. And therefore Krishna says, Satvika upasaya. Upasa means what? By taking to, by following, by resorting to a sattvic lifestyle. Sattvam, you have to supply the verb bhavet. One will develop sattva guna. So when a person is rajasic in nature, he will not like sattvic way of life. It is very difficult for him. But what Krishna says is, even if you don't like the sattvic lifestyle, you force yourself to change the external lifestyle. It will be difficult because any discipline is difficult. Just like even teeth, when they are not aligned, put some braces or something. And initially it is difficult. How long? Until it becomes normal and natural. If the legs are not all right, twisted, what do? They put a tight shoe which is painful. How long? Until it becomes normal. Similarly, for a rajasic person, sattvic lifestyle will be irritating. Just like for an active person, a camp lifestyle may be difficult. Because he has to run, talk to people, do this, do that. Therefore, it is a torture for him. So therefore, what should we do? Initially, we force ourselves to a sattvic lifestyle, and after some time, in keeping with the lifestyle, the mind also becomes sattvic. Therefore, Krishna says, Sattvika upasaya sattvam bhavet. And tataha. And once sattva becomes predominant, then what will happen? Dharmaha pravartate. Dharmaha means what? Remember the first line? Dharmaha means tivra mumukshutvam, real desire for moksha. Because at this stage, our desire for moksha is almost non-existent, or it is one of the desires. We have got 3,473 desires, and the 74th one, moksha also. That's like attending the classes on the way to Badrinath. Therefore, I have got so many plans, or I want a change in my lifestyle, or I want to visit Haridwar, or I want to have Ganges banks, Ganges bath. Thus all other desires are there. In between, konjam class and kadala vidatume. That means what? The stress, the priorities are not very clear. And once sattva becomes predominant, my priorities become. I find that in the 4th, 5th and 6th sloka later. So here he has generally said sattvic lifestyle is required. Continuing. Dharmo rajastamo hanyat sattva vriddhiranuttamaha ashu nashyati tanmulaha hyadharma ubhaye hate. So here Krishna says, so by sattvic lifestyle, sattva guna becomes predominant. And when sattva guna becomes predominant, rajas and tamas will become subservient, secondary, less powerful. And once rajas and tamas become weaker, the rajasic and tamasic tendencies, weaknesses will gradually go away. That is what is said here. Dharmaha rajastamaha hanyat. So dharmaha means what? Again, dharma is Ishvara Bhakti or Tivra Mumukshutvam. And this dharma is described in two more other words. What are the other words? Sattva vriddhihi. So dharma is translated by another word, samasa. So for dharmathukku innor per enna? Sattva vriddhihi. And for sattva vriddhihi itself or dharma itself, one more name is given. What is that? Anuttamaha. Anuttamaha means the superior most, the greatest, the best character. So sattva guna gives the best character to the human being. So therefore we have got 5 words now. Dharmaha, sattva vriddhihi, anuttamaha, Ishvara bhaktihi, tivra mumukshutvam. All the 5 words indicate the same thing. In simple English we can call it maturity of the mind. The mind is grown up. It is able to discern what is important, what is not important. It is able to pinpoint the goal of life. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha Shreyo hi dhiro bhipreyaso vrinite preyo mandaha yogakshemad vrinite. The moment we are born, spiritual goal also is there, material goals are also there. It is for us to choose this direction or that direction. And when the mind is able to discern the right one, the superior one, that mature mind is called sattvic mind, anuttama mind, dharma mind, Ishvara bhakta mind, tivra mumukshu mind. Then what will happen? Our sattva predominance will overpower rajas and tamas. Hanyat means what? Overpower, overwhelm, will keep under check. What? Rajaha, tamaha. Rendun dvitiya vibhakti ekavatanam, object of hanyat. Dharmaha, rajaha hanyat. Sattva predominance will overpower Rajoguna. Sattva predominance will overpower Tamoguna also. Okay, so what? Then what will happen? Krishna says, Ubhaye hate. Second line. Ubhaye hate. Ubhaye means Rajoguna and Tamoguna. When Rajoguna and Tamoguna are weakened, mellowed, reduced, made weaker, tan moolaha adharmaha nashyati. The adharmic lifestyle, immoral lifestyle, unethical lifestyle, a lifestyle of excesses, a lifestyle of indulgences will vanish. So adharmaha means a lifestyle given to indulgence, lifestyle given to excess, lifestyle given to immorality, etc. And this is caused by what? Tanmulaha, which is caused by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So what is the cause of adharma? Rajoguna and Tamoguna is the cause of adharma. How do you say Rajas and Tamas are cause of adharma? We have seen and we will be seeing here also. Kama jesha krodha jesha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhyena miha vairinam. So for explanation, we have to refer to the 3rd chapter of the Gita, 34th or 35th verse it comes. Rajoguna produces Kama Krodha and Ragadvesha. And once Kama Krodha comes, a person will violate all the norms of life. Because of selfishness, a person will go to any extent. And therefore, Rajoguna is the moolam of adharma. How? By producing Kama and Krodha. Okay. Then how do you say Tamoguna is the cause of adharma? For that also you have to go to the Gita. Avritam jnanametena jnanino nitya vairina kama rupena kaunteya dushpurena lane analena cha ajnanena avritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Tamoguna covers the discriminative power. Therefore, one is not able to differentiate between right and wrong. You will wonder how that person is behaving like that, but for him it is very normal and natural. For you it is very, very evident, but it is not at all evident to him. Why? Tamoguna. Therefore, by way of producing Kama Krodha, how is Tamoguna the cause of adharma? By way of covering the discriminative power. So therefore, as long as Rajoguna and Tamoguna are predominant, one person will follow adharma. And when Rajoguna and Tamoguna have become weaker, naturally what happens? Adharmic life also goes away, wanes. That is what is said here. ubhaye hate sati tanmulaha adharmaha. இங்க தத்துன அர்த்தம் ரஜஸ்தமோ மூலஹா அதர்மஹா நஷ்யதி. And how long it will take? Krishna doesn't want to commit ashu. Before long, sooner or later, it takes time. The mind cannot suddenly change. While when the body itself we are not able to change suddenly, what to talk about the mind, which is a subtler instrument, and therefore it requires a long disciplined life to convert the mind into Rajasic mind. Sorry, Sattvic mind. Continuing. Agamopah praja deshaha kalah karma cha janma cha dhyanam mantrotha samskaraha दशैते गुणहेतवः. Krishna had pointed out that the lifestyle has to be changed for making the mind sattvic. From this, Krishna is taking a rule for granted. What is the rule? Lifestyle influences the character. Lifestyle influences the, which means a sattvic lifestyle can make me sattvic. A Rajasic lifestyle can make me Rajasic. A Tamasic lifestyle can make me Tamasic. In short, the lifestyle determines or conditions my character. That's why we say the very culture of a nation determines the character of the citizen. The very culture, the art of the nation, the sculpture, the music, the dance, the village arts, so many things are there. They will determine the very character of the individual. And here Krishna mentions 10 factors which are part of the lifestyle and which influences the character. So 10 factors are to be monitored to determine our lifestyle.